What a year. It was a year full of new things, new tracks, bigger broadcasts, and more in-depth coverage. We were grateful to be able to have given back $150,000 to local racetracks, and we got no plans of stopping now. 2022 is going to bring our biggest schedule ever. Bigger races, more cameras, and more local racing. You're not going to want to miss this. We are ready to bring you the biggest racing season ever, only at raceontexas.com.
Look, taking the lead, we don't follow. We need it now, not tomorrow. Don't care what they say, not changing the pace. Working too hard to be last in the race. So much time in the day, and it ain't none to waste. Working this hard to be one of the greats. Whatever it takes, put that on the plate. Life is a gamble, we raising the stakes. Hard work pays off, that's perfect timing. Changing the world with this rhyming, it's priceless. We got the nicest by putting the time in. Can't be the greatest, you're not even trying. What now? We on the chase to the sundown. We on the chase to the sun up. What's up? Leading the line when we run up. Chasing, chasing, chasing. No time to be wasted.
Hey everybody, Winning Technologies Workshop is proud to announce WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right. WinTech.tv have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the motorsports industry. We're excited to be launching at $79.99 a year, folks. That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone, all the tech information you need. Get it now, WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
...2021. What a year. It was a year full of new things, new tracks, bigger broadcasts, and more in-depth coverage. We were grateful to be able to have given back $150,000 to local racetracks, and we got no plans of stopping now. 2022 is going to bring our biggest schedule ever. Bigger races, more cameras, and more local racing. You're not going to want to miss this. We are ready to bring you the biggest racing season ever, only at raceontexas.com.
Look, taking the lead, we don't follow. We need it now, not tomorrow. Don't care what they say, not changing the pace. Working too hard to be last in the race. So much time in the day, and it ain't none to waste. Working this hard to be one of the greats. Whatever it takes, put that on the plate. Life is a gamble, we raising the stakes. Hard work pays off, that's perfect timing. Changing the world with this rhyming, it's priceless. We got the nicest by putting the time in. Can't be the greatest, you're not even trying.
Hey everybody, Winning Technologies Workshop is proud to announce WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right. WinTech.tv have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the motorsports industry. We're excited to be launching at $79.99 a year, folks. That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone, all the tech information you need. Get it now, WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Couple more today. Not sure what we all got back there. Haven't checked it yet, but should be a good night of racing. Factory Stocks did 2 rounds of qualifying last night. They'll be running some C mains and B mains, and they're featured tonight for $5,000 to win. But I think we're ready to get this thing about kicked off. So if I can get everybody to please stand for the prayer and national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, gracious Lord, we praise you for blessing us with another wonderful Saturday night. Just watch over every driver out here tonight, Lord. Watch over these fans. Let everybody get home safely. Let there be good sportsmanship tonight, and let these fans enjoy an awesome show. Lord, just continue to watch over us all and bless us all and take us through the rest of the weekend. Amen. Now, national anthem.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars
Thank you, Leanne Rhymes. All right, I don't know what they got going back there, but they should be getting some cars lined up in the chute here pretty soon. Not sure. I have to check my sheet in here what's coming up first. I'm sure we got some C mains because we got some C mains, B mains in the feature for the factory stocks. While we're waiting on that, though, don't forget 50-50 tickets. If you missed out on the 50-50 tickets when you came to the gate, you can go right back to the gate, and they are being sold right there where you first came into the grandstands. We'll be drawing for those 50-50 at intermission. Also, want to thank Rendell RV. I think that's Ludicrous Racing back there, and then Shelly Smiley York Real Estate Services, and he told me to say Leducky Fireworks because his last name's kind of crazy back there, but we've got Leducky Fireworks. Quack, quack, there you go. I hear him calling some cars up in the pits back there, so we should be having something come up here shortly. Hey, Rocky, we had a bunch of people asking where the flagman went last night, man. No, Rocky's son had a little incident in the hot laps yesterday. Rocky's our flagman up there. Had to go get checked out at the hospital, so we had to throw another flagman up there in the stand last night, so hopefully it don't happen tonight. Oh, and I'm sorry, and everything is good with his son, so he's just a little bumps and bruises. That wall don't move. He found that out last night. Guess while I'm waiting, I'll come down the stands and wander around a little bit. Also, before the races get kicked off, if you might want to come check out the concession stand, get you something to eat, something to drink, and then you get all settled back in and watch some racing. Hey, real quick too, we something got brought to my attention. If your driver wins the race tonight and you're sitting up here in the stands and you want to take pictures, please do not come out this gate and run across that track. Wait till after the races are over. The photographer will stay behind, and they will take pictures with y'all after the races are over. But do not come through this gate, please. All right, looks like we got the first heat of the Architects Wing Modifieds there on the track. On the pole, you got the 1X of Jed Jones out of Flint. Outside of him, Matt Wester, the 2W out of Red Oak. Inside of row 2, the 8X of Shane Butler. And then the 22 of Darrell Williams out of Edgewood. Going down into turn number 1 and 2, looks like the 2W is going to take over the lead. So it's going to be Matt Wester. Matt Wester going to lead him around for lap number 1. Got the 1X Jed Jones trying to find some bite out there. Looks like Matt Wester starting to stretch that lead out. Looks like the track might be a little greasy out there still, but Eight 8X of Shane Butler running the 3rd spot, followed by 22 of Darrell Williams in 4. Flagman says 2 halfway through. Looks like the 8X Shane Butler starting to make a little bit of ground on the 1X of Jed Jones. Cars out there look like they're creeping around, just pretty greasy out there right now. They ain't run any hot laps or anything like that, so track still got a little bit of grease on it. 2 laps to go for Matt Western, the 2W machine. Matt Western done stretched over half a track lead in this first heat race. White flag in the air for him one more time. Jed Jones still holding on to the second spot. He's going to go across, take the white flag. And coming out of turn number 4, the 2W of Matt Wester. He's going to take the Heat Race 1 win in the Aquatex Wing Modifieds. Coming across in the second, looks like it's going to be the 1X of Jed Jones coming down that front straightaway. Oh, and the 8X. Shane Butler gets a little crossways coming out of 4. That leaves the 22. Darrell Williams coming across for the 3. 8X Shane Butler drops to the 4th spot. Next up, Texas Wing Modifieds, heat number 2 on the pole. We will have Steve Adrian in the 75 machine out of Grand Prairie. Outside pole, we'll have the 64 of Mark Zoller out of Rocket in the 64 machine. And then inside row number 2, we have the 38 of Billy Bachmeyer out of Little River. Outside of him is going to be the 23 of Scott Trowell out of Justin, Texas. Lights are out, fixing to go green. It's going to be up to Steve Adrian to get this one going, and they're on the go pedal. Looks like side by side coming out of turn number 4, but 64 Mark Zoller going to lay him down to turn number 1 up on the high side. Steve Adrian falls back to 2. The 23 Scott Trowell goes in the 3rd spot. Steve Adrian trying to make some moves underneath, not quite enough there just yet, but here he comes through turns 2, going to try to make a run on the back straightaway. Here comes the 38, Billy Bachmeyer, trying to come up underneath Scott Trowell for the 3rd place position. Looks like Trowell had a little push coming through turn 4. The 38, Billy Bachmeyer, slid up underneath. He's going to take over that 3rd spot. Still got a good battle up here in the front between Mark Zoller and Steve Adrian. Right now at 64 of Zoller, still holding on to that lead. Halfway down here in heat race number 2, the Texas Wing Modifieds. Still at 64, Mark Zoller leading them around. They starting to get spaced out and spread out. Everybody kind of is doing their own thing at this point. It's Zoller, Adrian, Bachmeyer, and Trowell. Flagman finna tell them 2 laps to go for Mr. Mark Zoller. White flag in the air for the 6'4", Mark Zoller. 75, Steve Adrian still running the 2 spot in the 38, Billy Bachmeyer in 4. And here comes your leader out turn number 4. Fitting to take the checker flag, 6'4", Mark Zoller, followed by the 75, Steve Adrian. Then the 38, Billy Bachmeyer. And then the 23, Scott Trowell. Looks like we got 34 factory stocks checked in tonight's event. So we got the C mains for the factory stocks tonight. Out of this group, we got, looks like 13 cars should be starting. We're going to take the top 8 out of this. This is the Shelley Smiley York City Real Estate USRA Factory Stock C feature. And on the pole position, you're going to have the 15 of Colton Chamberlain out of Zypher, Texas. Outside of him is going to be the 40T of Toby Grissom out of Athens. Inside of row number 2, you got Ryan Turnipseed out of number 55 out of Grand Prairie. Outside of him can be the 02B of Tanner Bogus out of Midlothian. Inside of row number 3, you got Brandon Cook in the 47C out of Athens. Outside of him is going to be the 04, Justin Strain out of Ennis. Inside of row number 4, you got Sean Hill in the 1W out of Grand Prairie. Outside of him is going to be the 27, Dalton Faulkner out of Cut and Shoot. Dalton Faulkner had a strong car last night. Inside row number 5, you got the R12, Ryan Welch out of Ennis. Outside of him is going to be number 12, Cody Chamberlain out of Jacksonville. Inside of row number 6, got Matt Dosher in the 99J out of Kemp. Outside of him is going to be the 72 of Ben Brand out of Maybank. And on the back row all by himself is going to be the 82 of Michael Pataki out of Maybank, Texas. Top 8 will transfer out of this C main. They will transfer into the backside of the B main. Some of these cars you see in here, I think, had some issues last night. Very fast cars, that's why they're in the C main. Hopefully they got them all fixed and ready to go again. Got that 27 Dalton Faulkner out there. He had a tough break last weekend out there at Boot Hill for that 10,000 to win King of the Hill. He was one of the top contenders to win that one. And unfortunately for him, he had a flat tire before they even took the green, so he never even got to start the big race. And the green flag's in the air, and here we go. Looks like Toby Grissom's going to lead him down in the turn number 1. There's that 27 right in the middle, going to make him 3 wide. Look at him shoot through there, coming out of turn number 2. Dalton Faulkner is on the move. Right now, still the 40T, Toby Grissom. He's going to lead lap number 1, but here comes Dalton Faulkner. He's going to try to take that 3rd spot away from Colton Chamberlain. How he dives to the bottom, going to try to take 2 of them. Not enough on the bottom just yet, still a little greasy. Ryan Turnipseed, he's running in the 2 spot. He's going to shoot underneath, going to try to take the lead. But here comes Dalton Faulkner on the inside. Faulkner takes them both right off turn number 4. He's going to take it over. Turnipseed takes the 2nd spot away from Grissom. Here comes Cody Chamberlain, that 12 car, making his way up there. He's going to try to take over 2 spots going into turn 3 and 4. See if he can make it stick. Not quite just yet. And he pulls him out coming out of turn number 4, and he does. It looks like he moves up to the 3rd spot right there. .47C, Brandon Cook sitting in 4th spot. Now here comes the 99J. That's Matt Dosher. He had some issues last night as well. Another pretty fast car. He's making his way up through. He has now made his way into the top 5. Toby Grissom has fell back to the 6th spot after leading lap number 1. But they are taking the top 8, so he just needs to hold off the rest. We got Dalton Faulkner, though. He is stretching that lead on out there. You got Cody Chamberlain trying to close the door up on Turnip Seed. Here goes Dosher. He's going to try to make a dive down underneath Cook. Trying to take that spot. Not enough there just yet. Cook squeezed him off. There goes Dalton Faulkner going to put Michael Pataki a lap down on the back straightaway. And then there you go. Cody Chamberlain made a move. Finally got back by Turnip Seed. Cody Chamberlain now in your second spot. Turnip Seed back to 3. Cook's in 4. Dosher still working on Cook. Trying to take over that sport spot. But right now he sits in 5th. Still Toby Grissom in 6th. Got Colton Chamberlain 7th. And sitting on the bubble right now, that's the R12, Ryan Welch. Ryan Welch right there is sitting on the last qualifying spot, but he's got 3 cars right behind him trying to reel him in. And we are halfway down through this one. Oh, the O2B getting a little sideways coming out of 4. He gets it right, gathered back up and pointing in the right direction. R12 starting to get a little bit of heat from the 72 of Ben Brand. Remember, the R12 was on the last spot, but Ben Brand, he's trying to take that spot away. Ben Brand said he wants to make it to the next round. Keep your eye right there on that back straightaway. There's a 15, R12, the 72. Right now the 72 is on the bubble, but here comes Ben Brand at 72, coming up underneath, coming out of turn 4. They get together, coming out of 4. Ben Brand, he's taking over that 8 spot at the moment. Now the R12 Ryan Welch, he needs to move up 1 spot to make it in the next show. Ben Brand now is the man on the bubble. The top 8 cars transfer to the B main. Oh, we got smoke blowing out of the hood of the 04 Justin Strain. Meanwhile, Dalton Faulkner is in his own zip code. He's fixing to start putting more cars a lap down. Right now he's running up on the back of the O2B. That's Tanner Bogus. Bogus just went off the track. Uh-oh, I heard some popping and banging on Strain when he came by that time. And look at that, Ryan Welch gets that 8 spot back. He gets back around Ben Brand. Now Ryan Welch, he's back in that last transfer spot. It's a dogfight for that last spot. Meanwhile, Dalton Faulkner in that 27 machine took the white flag one more time around. We got Turnip Seed and Chamberlain. They got a battle going on for that 2 spot. Oh, and Turnip Seed gets in the front side of Chamberlain. Wrinkles up a fender. But here comes Dalton Faulkner with the checker flag. Coming across the 2 spot. Looks like it's going to be the 55 of Ryan Turnip Seed and 12 Cody Chamberlain, the 99. Matt Dosher in the 47C. Brandon Cook in the 40T. Toby Grissom. Then Colton Chamberlain in the last transfer spot. Looks like it went to the R12 of Ryan Welch. Whew. So the top 8 cars now have transferred to go to the backside of the B main. This is where they start playing that alphabet soup. Luckily, there's not 100 cars here where they have like, M mains or something, so they ain't got to work too far through. Looks like we have Hornets lined up in the gate up there. Let's go ahead and do the rundown, what we got coming out. On the pole position, we're going to have the number 9 of Caden Hale out of Waxahachie. Outside of him is going to be Gerald Larson in the 5BG out of Eustis. Inside of row number 2, we have the 25 of Bentley Williams out of Eustis. Am I saying that right? Is it Eustis? Eustis? Yeah, okay. Outside of row number 2, we got the 22 of Cameron Dodd out of Burleson. Inside of row number 3, we have 21 of Wyatt Kubitz out of Waxahachie. And then outside of him, we have the 08K of Aubrey the Kid out of Princeton. And on the back row, all by himself, is going to be the 8 of Jonathan Rowan out of Midlothian. Not sure what we're waiting on here. Oh, computer problems again? We had some of that last night. All right, we got them rolling out now. Oh, Wyatt Kubik's in that 21 car in the back straightaway must be a very young fella, because I can barely see his helmet in that car over there. Must be pretty short. Yeah, look at this kid when he comes by here. Look at him. He barely see over the steering wheel. Watch him go out here and whoop them all, though. That's who I'm going for right there. Always awesome to see these youngsters out here. That is the future of this sport, so. I have on here Gerald Larson in the 5BG, but I'm guessing that's not correct. I'm guessing it's supposed to be the 150 car. And is that Gerald Larson in there? A very, very little one? I know. Is it like very young Gerald Larson, like young kid? Okay, I got you. All right, so in the 150 is going to be Gerald Larson. What number is he? Is it like the 3rd, 4th, 5th? The 5th? Gerald Larson, the 5th, out there in that 150 car. Lights are out, and it looks like we're fitting to go green, and they're on the go pedal. Well, Gerald Larson was leading it down the front straightaway, but that 22 of Cameron Dodd comes on around, going to take over the lead. Here comes a 08K of Aubrey the Kid. Gerald Larson takes a little spin coming out of turn 2, gets it going back in the right direction, though. Oh, and the 22 goes over the top 3 and 4. Cameron Dodd. That gives Aubrey the Kid the lead in the 08K. And here comes the number 8, Jonathan Rowan, in your second spot. Followed by 25 of Bentley Williams. There's that. There's 21, Wyatt Kubik's coming by, going down in turn number 1. Aubrey the Kid leading them around. That 22, Cameron Dodd, got it back going. Looks like he's rolling around pretty good. See if he can keep it on the track and run some of these cars back down. Uh-oh. Not sure if Aubrey's having some issues with her, but it sounds like it's doing a little cutting out on her, but she is still leading at the moment, though. She has put Larson a lap down. But here, the number 8 of Jonathan Rowan starting to creep up. Looks like Aubrey, the kid's having some engine problems. Maybe some fuel problems, something like that. I don't know. She slowed way down. Now here comes the 8, Jonathan Rowan. He's going to take the lead away. Tough break for Aubrey as she was starting to run away with it. Now in the second spot is the 25 of Bentley Williams. Oh, Aubrey pulls off and Bentley tries to dodge it and gets a little sideways. Now the 22 of Cameron Dodd moves into the second spot. Bentley Williams gets it back on and then spins it down there in turn number 3. Bentley is in the third spot at the moment, but is sitting still over there in turn number 3, and that's going to bring out a yellow. I don't know what's going on, but some of these force centers sound a little sick out there. All right, we're going to get them all stacked back up. They were all over the track. Several cars were lapped down, so we're trying to get them all situated back out. All I do know is the number 8 of Jonathan Rowan is in the lead. I believe the 22 of Cameron Dodge should be in the second spot. The 25 will now have to go to the rear, but the 25 was on the lead lap, so 25 should be ahead of the lap cars, which I believe the 21 and the 150 are a lap down already. Not sure if they're telling the 25 to go back that far, but the 25 should be in the third spot. Even though the caution came out for them, the other cars were a lap down. I'm just the announcer. I ain't the scorekeeper, so I don't know. I guess that's the way they're going to roll it. But I think the lights should be going out over here on the back straightaway. And they can fire from now to whenever they want to, coming out of turn 4. It's all up to the 8 of Jonathan Rowan whenever they're ready to go. And they are on the gas, and it looks like the 8 of Rowan's going to lead them down into turn number 1. Looks like that 21's having some issues getting it shifted into gear there down that front straightaway. 8, Jonathan Rowan still leading them around, and followed by 22, Cameron Dodd. And there's that 25 right back in that third spot of Bentley Williams. Checker flag is in the air. Number 8, Jonathan Rowan is going to be your heat race winner, followed by 22, Cameron Dodd, the 25 of Bentley Williams. And then the 150 of Gerald Larson, the 5th. And then the 21 of Wyatt Kubitz. Not sure what's next. I don't see any cars in the chute down there. Oh, they all come over here from that other pit. I see. So we got the Interceptors coming out. 8 cars signed in for this one, and on the pole we are going to have the 88 of Richard Kubitz. On the pole, outside of him, on the outside pole is going to be the 43 of Tyler Leducky. We'll go with that. Inside row number 2 is going to be the 44 of Weston Williamson out of Waxahachie. Outside of him is going to be Christian Nold in the 911 out of Azale. Inside of row number 3, we have Ortanic McHale in the 651. Outside of him, we got the 69 of Jim Moon out of Grand Prairie. Inside of row number 4, you got Randy Kubitz in the 64 car out of Waxahachie. And then outside of him, we got Caden Hale in the 33 out of Waxahachie. Looks like they're still trying to figure out how to get lined up out there. Should have the 43. Should be on the outside pole. For some reason, he's way back there in the back. Might be electing to stay in the back, and if he does, that's going to move up the outside row. The 911, I don't even see the 911 out there. 911 should be on the second row outside, but that's not even out there. So that's going to move Jim Moon from the third row all the way to the front. Jim Moon was leading it last night and had a flat, had to pull off the track. I think his son, Ortanic, came away with the win last night in this class. All right, they said, let's go. They turned the lights out. They're scattered out all over the track already, and we even went green, but now we are. Here comes Jim Moon around the outside. Jim Moon going to lead them down in the turn number 1. Here comes your last night feature winner, Ortanic McHale, in the 3rd spot. He's going to try to make a run up on the 88 of Richard Kubitz to take away the 2 spot. You got Jim Moon, Richard Kubitz, Ortanic McHale, then the 44 Weston Williamson in the 4th, then the 64 Randy Kubitz in 5th. Williamson getting a little squirrely coming through 4. We got the 33 over there. Caden Hale got loose coming through 3 and 4. Shoots it down the infield, gets it back going, pointing right direction. Oh, and he gets loose again, coming down the front straightaway. Spins it out in the infield. Looks like he may just say, forget it, and park it right there. We got a good battle back here for that 4th spot between Williamson and Kubitz. Oh, and Ortanic goes over the top of 1 and 2 and comes to a stop. That's going to bring out a yellow. He is rolling up there, so maybe he's not broke. You know, this is kind of surprising to me. This is a police interceptor class, and nobody has police lights. What is wrong with these people? Every one of these cars should have police lights on top of them. And running sirens as they're going around. Yeah. We got that 64 car. He's got some green lights on it, but that don't count. We need some police lights. Once again, don't forget about 50-50 tickets back there at the grandstand gate. We will be drawing for 50-50 at intermission, so make sure you go out there and grab your 50-50 tickets. I think the winner last night took home $75. Wasn't a whole lot of people in the stands, but $75 more than they had when they came with. And green flag in the air, and Jim Moon leads it right back out again. 64, Randy Kubitz trying to make a move up the inside for that second spot, but the 88, Richard Kubitz has the run off the top, retains the second place position. Still Jim Moon in command of this one. You got two Kubits right there battling for that second spot right now. Richard still holding on to it. Randy trying to take it away. Flagman says 2 laps to go for Jim Moon in that 69 machine. Richard still holding off Randy for the second spot. Randy still looking to the inside, trying to make something happen, but nothing there. Coming out of turn 4, Jim Moon's going to see a white flag in the air. One more time to go. Randy, he dove it in hard going into turn number 1, slides right up in front of Richard. He takes over that second spot from him. Richard's got one more corner to try to take it back. He's going to shoot down to the inside, but here comes Jim Moon. He's going to take the checker flag in that 69 car. And 64, Randy Kubitz going to hold on to 2. Then the 88, Richard Kubitz in the 44, Weston Williamson. Then the 43 of Tyler Leducky. That'll wrap up the Interceptor heat race. Looks like we have some Eco Limiteds in the chute down there. Got 11 Ecos checked in for tonight. And on heat race number 1 of the Eco Limiteds, we have on the pole the 23 of Ricky Slack. Outside of him, actually Ricky's out of Ennis, Texas. And outside of him, we have the number 4 of Cody Dixon out of Ennis. Inside of row number 2, we have the young gun Jet Hefty in the 11 car out of Kemp. Y'all keep an eye on that young man. I can't remember what his age is, but he ain't real old, and he does a pretty dang good job in his limited out here. Outside second row, we have the 34J of Josh Brand out of Trinidad. Inside of row number 3, we have the 19R Dylan Richards out of Red Oak. Outside of him be the 4X of James Haggard out of Crandall. Oh, we got a dog down here trying to join the race. How old is Jet Hefty? Does anybody know? 13? Is he 13? My race pass says 13 years old. Out here running with the big boys, and he did a pretty good job last night. I'm trying to remember, but I think last night that young man made it up into the top 5, but I think he had some issues late in the race and wound up having to pull it off, I believe. Guess the 34J, Josh Brand, is elected to stay in the rear. So that moved up the 4X of James Haggard to your outside second row. Lights are out. Going to be going green somewhere around that cone right there between 3 and 4. Green's in the air, pedals on the floor. Looks like Slack's going to get the jump right down the front straightaway, going to lead him to turn number 1. Ricky Slack going to lead him down, and here comes Dylan Richards shooting up the inside, but still inside still pretty slick, it looks like. Here comes that young man, Jed Hefty, moving up into that second spot. He's going to try to run it around the outside, take it away. Coming down the front straightaway, still Ricky Slack in the lead. Jet washes up a little high through turn 1 and 2, but here he comes, barreling back down the back straightaway. Cody Dixon right there in the 3rd spot. Richards in 4. Jet trying to stay in that groove and try not to lose them and try to find a way around. Oh, and there goes Dylan Richards. Got a little high through 1 and 2, went over the top. He gets it back going, gets it back on the track. Meanwhile, we still got a battle between Slack and Hefty up here. Oh, Slack left a little lane open on the outside. Hefty stuck his nose in there. Oh, we got one car up on the top. .4X. James Haggard was sitting up there between turns 1 and 2 just off the track. Just as that battle was getting good between Hefty and Slack. Slack left enough for Hefty to stick his nose up in there on the front straightaway, and I think Hefty scraped the wall a little bit. Getting them restacked back up. Well, lights went out and we're back underway, and it's still Slack out in the lead. Here comes Dylan Richards. He shot around, moved up into that 3rd spot real quick right off the start. Oh, we got Jet almost. He hung that right rear over the top, and here comes Dylan Richards. Dylan Richards going to try to make a move under Jet Hefty to try to take that 2 spot away. Jet gets his car gathered back up. Now he's trying to run Ricky Slack back down. Here comes Cody Dixon trying to squeeze up, back up underneath, trying to take that 3rd spot back from Richards. Slack, Hefty, Richards, Dixon, then Brand. Young Jed Hefty's getting a good little run coming out of turn 2, still not quite enough there. Here comes Dylan Richards. He's getting a little high up in 3 and 4. He was able to hold